Okay, everyone find your space. Let's roll back a little bit. Roll and spin. Roll and spin a little bit.
Rocking, rocking.
Rocking.
Rocking back and forth, hugging your knees. Rocking back and forth.
And turning.
Yeah.
Push off your feet a little bit when you guys get up and like turn yourselves.
Spin. Sometimes somebody's standing over you and they're running around you, and you get a quick hit, a quick spin.
Nice.
What's that? Up on their shins.
Up,
Yeah,
hold
your
your
legs in.
One up, one down. You guys, one leg up, one leg down.
Be here for a moment. And then go back and switch. And back. And forward.
Beautiful.
Good. And touch your feet over your shoulder. Boom. Not a full back roll. Just touch over the shoulder and then come back forward. Touch. I hold my legs, kind of keep my balance. Touch the fronts of my thighs. Good. And now sitting up, throw our legs to our left, and then bounce back. Catch yourself with your hand. Catch yourself and then throw yourself, throw off, bounce off your hand. So S mount to one side, S mount to the other side.
Nice. Switching legs. Both legs in the same direction.
Good. And now go here. Put your feet forward and throw them behind you, around and forward. Full go. Use your hand to throw your legs to the side.
Both feet, you guys, all the way around.
Forward. Here, head. You're always facing forward the whole time.
If you can't do it in one go, take your feet, spin it around, go to your stomach, and then use your hand to turn and come back up. Take your time. Yeah. All the way around. Good, Paul. Good, Rachel.
On your backs. Turtle.
No, cockroach.
Turtle just sounds better.
But turtle was the first one.
What was the first one? Turtle?
Turtle was the first one. This is cockroach.
No, I'm not liking cockroach anymore, bro.
Change directions. Yeah, a little dying cockroach.
Yeah. Good. Stomachs. Stomachs. Hands under your shoulders. Hands under your shoulders, arms extended. Go up like 80%.
On your stomach, push up.
Keep your hips down. Keep your hips down, chest up.
Pushing up and back down.
Hold it for a minute, a little bit. I like that I don't have to wear a rash guard because we're not partnered.
I see.
You don't have to wear a rash guard. You know?
You're enjoying this phase?
Rash guards when you're with someone, sit, you know.
Courtesy, courtesy.
Yeah.
Take your knees off the ground. Straighten both your legs so your knees float 1 inch off the ground. And your hips can hang a little more if it feels good.
If it's hurting, slow down.
Yeah, if it hurts, don't do it. But if it feels good, let it go.
Okay, 60 seconds. One inch push up. Don't look up too much. Be looking down a little bit to the side. So hands under your shoulders, toes tucked in.
Toes under.
We're gonna go 60 seconds.
Keep your chest off the
Tracy,
ground.
ready? Starting in 3.
Yep.
She's not ready.
Keep going.
2, 1. 1 inch off the ground. Hold yourself up. Go.
Little lift, you guys. Chest off the ground, hips off the ground. If you can, knees off. If you feel like it, put your knees down, but keep your chest off. Just floating. Toes and hands.
That was 15 seconds. How long was that, Tracy?
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
20 seconds, guys. You're doing good. Just that little float. Tight. Everything tight.
28 seconds. 35 seconds. 42 seconds.
40 seconds.
Don't correct me.
He's in pain. He's hurting.
47 seconds.
50 seconds.
Yes.
52 seconds. We're gonna go up in 5, 4.
Go up on 5.
3,
2,
1.
up.
Yeah.
Why?
Costa,
What's up, Lorna?
shoulders hurt? Don't do that. It's okay if you can't hang.
Excellent.
It's okay, you can't. Don't play the game. Hurt your shoulder, but you can't.
Oh,
Sometimes
right.
I'm injured and I don't do things. I'm feeling good today.
Welcome, friends. Master Cycle, side mount submissions. Hito's gonna do a little review of what we saw yesterday. Just a little consolidated review of that. And then we will add some new details for today. Some new attacks that we can practice solo after demonstrating them partnered. So Hito, starting with this leapfrog from the back here, look what he does.
Starting with side mount, double wrist grabs, wrist, rotate, and wrist. Double thumbless grabs, chest pressure, knees out wide, feet kind of like a frogged out on the ground. And then from here, I take a setup step, leg, sit, knee open, foot through, arm lock. Change the back angle. So wrist grab on the side of the head, underhook on the leg side. And I grab my own wrist. Chest pressure, knees wide. Hips forward, making it very difficult for him to turn towards me. Chest pressure, set up step in the center. Second leg flies around, and I don't sit here on my foot. My foot kicks out, and I sit in this hurdler stretch. Knee up, and then leg out. Knee open and foot through. Rotate. We talked about how if his legs are in the air and I step over kind of lazily, I can kind of get caught here in the middle. Go back. Whereas if his legs are up a little bit, there's a hole right here. And I can open my knee and then slice my foot, kind of thread the needle. So knee opens and foot through. So by myself.
Or do the walk around one time, just so I can see we'll put a little more detail.
The walk around, yeah. Rotate, rotate. So from here, we're in the side mount. My elbow's over his head, my hand by the hip. I go under his arm. As I walk around, I scoop it, and then I grab his wrist, my wrist. Walk a little more, pressure. Knee, leg, sit, knee. Knee open, foot through, and hug. So we'll start without the walk around.
Yeah.
Let's do the basic movement. We'll go on our knees. So from our knees, the person's head is on this side. Okay, they're a little bit facing away from us. My right hand comes over, I grab their wrist. This arm comes under their arm and grab my own wrist. Double thumbless grips everywhere. Go ahead and put your legs out and imagine driving your weight forward a little bit so they can't turn back into you. And then I go to my knee. I bring my left knee in the center, which allows my right leg to step over, and then I sit. Bottom foot is kicked out. And then from here, bring your left knee up off the ground. Beautiful. Now as I lean a little bit, my left knee opens and my left foot comes over the body.
And thread the needle. Good, Renzo, good.
Beautiful. And now from here, we chill, we hug the arm, and we lie back when it makes sense. Again, on your knees. Okay, top hand, this arm's over the person's head. This one that grabs their wrist. Other arm comes under their arm and grab your own wrist. Thumbless grips, legs wide, hips forward, chest pressure's on. So from here, set up step. The south leg, the one on the side of their legs, goes in the center. Boom. So now I have the balance to allow my other one to go over the head, and then I sit down. Having the person's arm will help you keep your balance right here. And now my knee comes up. Yes, leg out, and then foot over the body. Hold it. The grip breaks, fall back. Take the arm. Good. One more. Double wrist grab. Okay, or even better, let's do the full movement now. Let's walk around. Let's start from our elbows and knees. Okay, we're gonna put, should be my left arm, left elbow over the person's head. So now their head is on this side. Their head is on your left side, left elbow over their head. Right hand goes back by your right knee. So now we're gonna walk around to the left. As we walk around, your left arm sneaks under their arm, kind of scoop their arm. Nice. And now the right hand grabs their wrist. Nice. And your left hand grab your own wrist. Yep. Now walk around a little more. So now we're in the same position here as before. Chest pressure forward, feet kind of frogged out like this. And then set up step. Right knee comes left. Left knee?
Yeah, left knee, you're stepping over his head.
Left knee to the center. I lost his head. Left knee to the center. Right leg flies and sit in the hurdler stretch.
Beautiful step.
Left knee comes up. And now lean and left foot over the top.
Then you go and lay it straight back.
Any questions from you guys? How do you guys feel? How's it feel? Can you visualize that? Can you feel it?
Good steps. One detail we talked about last night, you guys, that was so significant was when Hidon is about to make his step over right here, and he already in the final position, he's not stepping, Hidon's not stepping for his foot to land on the flat on the ground. It's not a step like in a conventional sense. Because if he sits now, my head will slip out. Go back. He steps so that that's bonus detail. He steps so that his leg whips around so deeply that his hamstring is glued to my neck. That's the key. This is what matters more than where his foot lands. And so much so that look at his foot. The sole of his foot is facing up. That's how you know you step deep enough. So when you do that solo, Hidon, watch his foot land even solo. He throws it so deep. Look, you understand? There's no planted foot. So if you weren't throwing that leg fully in a kind of inverted foot up positioning, you weren't maximizing your whip around. You could whip deeper and harder with that leg, no problem. Cool? Excellent. Let's do the, so one other detail we saw, lay down please, was this idea of the person's hands are a little bit tight, he's a little bit defending on his arms.
Keep it consistent, right?
If we're gonna attack that arm, I suppose so.
Attack this?
Or just switch sides.
Oh, got
Doesn't
it.
matter, yeah. So I go here, look, same setup, but this time instead of Hidon's arm being somewhat loose, this is very tight to his chest. So I go modified side mount, I block the hip, I walk, and here I'm having trouble scooping this arm because his elbow is so heavy. I'm gonna use my chin, look. So from right here, my chin opens this and my hand goes in. Okay, even if this is tight, this works just to get a little entry from my palm up. Now I turn my hand palm down and I start to drive his forearm to the ground, or he can even grab his belt and kind of lean on it, just to create a threat. What's the threat? Well, if he doesn't do anything, I'm gonna slide it out even further and start to attack this arm here. Okay, so he has to respect that threat, and as he turns through, look at this. That's what I want, is this arm right here. 1, 2, and I put the pressure on the hips. We got him.
So look how my arm's landed right now. You won't get in my armpit.
Oh yeah, his arm is too congested.
My elbow's so tucked in that his leg will land in the same place, but it will not go over this arm, which is okay.
Yeah, so that's not my knee, my setup step, turn into me a little. As he turns into me, I resist. When he settles, my knee comes, my whip around, almost hitting him in the thigh. Now my knee comes up, tuck your legs in. Tuck your legs in, I retract, thread the needle, straight through. Hug the arm, lay down and go. Okay, so one more time from this angle here, hands tight. Modified, circle. Once you're in north-south, use your chin, look at the chin. Scoop that elbow with this chin. So I go here and I go like this, 1, and now my palm goes up, palm up, I dig through, 2. Now my forearm is here driving, and then I start to scoop his other arm and I put all my weight behind it. At the same time, then I switch the grips, boom. So that weight comes first, double grips comes second. Once they turn slightly, cool? Let's try it all together, guys. So everyone kneeling here, let's go elbow over the head, boom, heavy elbow. Right hand, backstroke, block the hip, beautiful. Start to walk a little north-south, but stay on your knees. So now we're north-south, lean forward, use your chin to scoop their elbow, and your left hand sneak in the hole. Nice, and now use your left forearm to push the arm to the ground, hard, like, drive it away. Great, now your right hand, come under their other elbow. As you scoop it, watch, turn your hips and drive your hips on it hard, go. Nice, now go double wrist grab, 1, 2. Beautiful, beautiful. Which means your left hand is grabbing their wrist, your right hand is grabbing your own wrist, just to be clear. From this sprawled position, right knee comes in hard to the spine, left leg whips around deep. Do not let your left foot touch the ground, you guys. 1, 2, go, invert. Yes, now sit on your foot, close to, have you on the outside. One more time, sprawl, everybody back down. Slow, slow. Knee up, do it slow. Deep, here's how you do it. This knee has to open at the end. So as you step around after, open that knee now and thank you. Beautiful, so we're all facing there. Reset, reset, reset. Looking great, you guys. Everybody, elbow over the head. 1, block the hip. 2, walking around. 3, north, south. Lean forward, find the scooping the chin. Scoop, palm entry, frame on the bicep. Everybody, push with the frame a little harder. Now bring the other hand. As you scoop the elbow, throw your hips to the right and drive. Boom! And now wrist grab, wrist grab. Nice, from the sprawl. Right knee to the back, left leg deep step, and then open that knee and sit down, runner stretch. Beautiful. Great sit, Renzo. Look at that. Boom. Keep your grips. Lean back, lift your knee up, lean all the way back, sit up straight, put your foot through the hole, hug the wrist, slap the hand, quick down, quick down. Beautiful. Good, Jimmy. Excellent. All right. Let's try this. Person comes down. They do not respect it. So we're here. And there's a couple different options here of what might go down. So I walk around. I get to north-south. I use my chin to scoop. My palm goes up, goes in. I drive his arm to the ground. His arm is isolated, but he's not turning. This elbow's staying very stubborn on the near side right here. When that happens, look, I'm framing. The problem is the arm that I would like to catch the Americana with would be this arm. But that arm is here. Don't let me grab your wrist. It's hard to grab the wrist, you see? So I have to go 1, 2, hips, hand off, and then I gotta go in. Boom. Okay, palm up, dig right here. Dig, 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 hold tight. And now my hips switch, and then we slide and lift. That's one catch right there. The other catch, he bridges way north. Big bridge, big reach with his hand. Go. Go, big bridge over your own head. Go, 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 freeze. Knee to head, invert, step, and catch. So the Americana can finish as an Americana, or if they get crazy with this big bridge, this defense, where they go around the world, we're gonna catch them on that. Okay, that's a gift. But either way, we gotta threaten that Americana. So he's here tight, we go north-south, we do our chin scoop strong. This is no joke, you guys. He's down here. I find this little crevice here with the chin and I do my jaw. Boom, palm up. Frame with that form, punch it to the ground. I have to use the belt or the pants right here to give me a little fulcrum. Now, how do I grab his wrist? I'm gonna throw my hips, instead of scooping this arm, it's non-existent. I throw my hips on Hito's chest as I drive this out. 1, and now I start to hand it off. 2, and then I go under that elbow. 3, now see how his arm is almost extended? This counts. From right here, we're gonna turn our hips and look. That's a tap. So extended Americana, bent Americana, and in some cases, fully locked out Americana for the armbar. Also, all 3 are beautiful. And then we'll do the armbar in a second when he goes over the head. But let's first just try this little pry. Everyone on your knees right here. Let's go modified side mount, elbow over the head. 1, block the hip. 2, get modified. Now start walking north. 3, you're over the head. Let's go chin scoop. Go find that elbow, scoop, and palm up entry right in front of your mouth. Nice, forearm frame, grab his belt, drive your left elbow to the mat, strong. Excellent. So now his hand is right here, look. It's just dangling, but you're framing it. So get ready, you guys. We're gonna go right hand to the wrist, left hip to the chest. Boom, everybody turn hard. Hold their wrist down and smash your hip on it. Right here, my hip is heavy, I'm holding his wrist. Hand off that wrist, and then take your other arm, scoop under and grab your own wrist. And then take your hips that are facing north, look, for the Americana, you wanna face them south a little bit. And that gives you the slide and lift your elbow down. Lift your right elbow up and twist that arm. Boom. Got him. Reset. One more time. Elbow over the head. Walk the hip. Walk with me. Chin scoop. Palm entry frame. Oh, the frame. He's not responding. He's not giving you the scoop over here. You skip that. Throw your hips. Grab the wrist. Boom. Everybody throw the hips. Grab the wrist. Now come up. Grab the wrist with the other hand. Beautiful. Hand it up. Come under. Dig, dig. Nice. You're under there. Lock no thumbs. Big wrist. Big wrist. Curl and stretch. Boom. Beautiful. But now, he's gonna try to slip that on out. Watch how he does it. From the Americana, from here, anytime you get this locked up, one way or the other, if he reaches north, big bridge, and freeze. Step 1, use your head to smash his hand in position. Step 2, push off your back foot, let your knee slide all the way to his head. Step 3, as I bring his arm down, I invert my other leg. Look. Step 3, and then I lean south to facilitate the step around for that final step. Step 1, slow him down. Step 2, reposition my body. Step 3, invert my leg and then spin. So on the slow down, here's what it looks like by myself. I have the Americana, they go like this. Boom, that's where we start right here. So everyone take an Americana, let's go grab the wrist, come under the elbow, lock it up. Just make sure you can see me as you're drilling here. Make sure you can see me here. Everyone has a basic Americana. On your knees, it's gonna be a little easier. Take that whole Americana, not by your own choice, but by their force. They throw it up over their head. When they do, put your head on it, smash it to the ground way up there, and freeze, and take your right knee off the ground. Boom, everybody post up right here. Yep. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my left knee off the ground as I slide this knee all the way to my elbow. Watch me first, watch me first. I post, and I go. Go, do it. Left knee, right knee, right to your elbow. Now, as you sit up a little bit, walk your foot all the way in the armpit, and everyone sit down your quad stretch. Nice, fully sit down, Mike. Sit in the quad stretch here, Mike, all the way down. There you go, champ. Just like that, your legs are both facing one direction, same as our warm-up, yep. Now I have the grips. Now watch, lean your head over your flat leg, so your north leg can step around the head. Boom. Beautiful spins, you guys. Reset. That was dope. So Americana, transition. Let's go. Everybody here. Let's do the whole setup here.
Do it from your knees.
Let's go. Modified side mount. Elbow over the head. Boom. Right hand block the hip. Boom. Walk to the north. Boom. Everybody use your chin. Big scoop. Big palm up. Big frame. Nice. It's not working. He's not falling for it. Grab his wrist. Throw your hips. One. Switch hands on the wrist, start handing it off and start digging under that elbow, get that Americana grip. At this point, let's go back to our knees just for drill purposes. It's gonna make it easier to practice the next step. What is big boy gonna do? He doesn't wanna tap, so he's gonna reach over his head. When he does, you're gonna throw all your weight on your hands and use your head to solidify by pushing off your right foot. So throw the hands up north and go. One, heavy head on your hands, posting on your right foot. Now get ready. You're gonna basically tripod on both feet. As your tripod hips up, you're on both feet. Everyone's up. Take your right knee and slide it up behind their head. Boom. Beautiful. Nice. Now walk your foot all the way up, Shayla, all the way up. As you sit up and then sit in your stretch, that's your S mount. Get off your foot, Shayla. Go back up, go back up. Go back up, get off your foot. Your foot has to be on the outside of your butt. You have to sit, watch this, like this. You have to sit with your foot out. So when you invert this other leg, you gotta sit from here. Boom, watch my foot. You're doing this. We've gotta do that. Come on up. I need you to fold your right leg out, Shayla, the other way. So you gotta invert your left leg. Invert your left leg here, and then right leg out like that. Yeah, just do it like this. Do it slow, do it slow. Sure. Adjust both legs, just sit like this. Yes, that's that. Good, very nice. Yes, good, perfect. There it is. And now lean towards the flat leg, your front leg, and spin your back leg around to the full mount. Full mount, and step over and catch the arm bar. Yes, full arm bar position, and then we'll finish. Let's try it one more time. Everyone, one more time, then we'll switch sides. So elbow over the head, block the inside hip. We'll do it slow. We're walking. Beautiful. Good, good, Park. Okay, now use your chin. Use your forearm and your chin to scoop and put your frame inside and drive their arm out. Boom. Now turn to the side, grab the wrist and slam it down. Drive those hips. So right hand and drive that right hip. Excellent. Hand off to your left hand. Get under and start getting ready for the Americana. Everyone lock up the Americana. Great. From the Americana, go to your knees. Anticipate you're gonna squeeze here, but he's too strong. So he bridges, reaches over the head. When you take that Americana, throw it up north, put your head on it and post up on your right foot. Drive. Now get up on both toes. Boom. Now take your right knee and shoot it behind their head. Boom. This is where you wanna pay attention to the leg work. From my right knee, I walk my other left foot up, and we're right here. Their head is right here. Their head is right here. So watch how I sit off my leg, you guys. Not this way. From this inverted leg, I sit towards it. There you go. And you fold that leg out. There it is, Shayla. We're back. You got it. All right, so now, perfect. Now watch your right leg. Lean to your flat leg and your right leg just come off the ground and around. Right leg, right leg. That was your left leg. That was your left leg. Right, thank you. There you go. Now hug and go. Beautiful. Reset. Let's do the other side, you guys. Let's mix it up. Come on. What? Everyone switch sides. Let me demonstrate on heat on once so I can recalibrate all of this for us. That was great, you guys. So now, let's see if we can mix it up. Look, so Hidon's here, hands are tight, chest to chest. Boom, he's difficult to submit. I go elbow over, I block the hip. I walk to the north, my chin, scoop, palm up, frame. Don't, yeah, keep it in. I'm gonna start to drive a little bit. I might get him to turn. Look, 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 look. Heavy hips, drive, grab, grab. I would love that. I would love that if he gives it to us. Then what do? Knee in, step over, sit down. That was the first one, okay? But let's assume he doesn't fall for that. So I go here, I do my frame entry, I'm driving, he's not turning, he's keeping his back flat on the mat. What's my next move, somebody? Right hand or left hand? Left hand, grab the wrist and drive those hips. Boom, big grab, big hips. And then hand it off and start to go fishing. Got him. Now we got 1, we got 2, we got 3, all these Americana variations, but for today's purpose, watch this big bridge. Big bridge, freeze. My head goes there. Look, I step over the back, knee to the back of the head. As I bring this down, I walk, 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 lean to the south, and then we land. Okay, so same exact thing, you guys. Everyone get ready, let's go. Right now, where's the opponent's head? They're on your right. Their feet are on your left. Head, feet. So everyone take your right arm, go over their head. Left hand, block their hips. Walk with me, guys, a little bit north-south. Go a little bit over the head, beautiful. Now lean forward with your chin, scoop their right elbow, and put your right hand right inside. Beautiful. Now use your frame, drive it to the ground. Drive their forearm to the ground, hard. Now let's do the first variation. They turn. Take your left hand, scoop their near side left elbow, and then drive your hips on it. 1. And then double wrist grab. Right hand grab the wrist, left hand grab your own wrist. Excellent, guys. You're doing jiu-jitsu. Let's go. Double wrist grab. Now from your posture and your hips, we're going to go to knee to the back, left knee to the back, right leg, big deep step, and sit. Beautiful sit, Diana. That was awesome.
Right leg over the whole head.
Very good. Now watch. Keep your grips. Lean a little bit. Leg up. Lean back. Leg up. Penetrate with that foot. Nice. And once you do, slap your leg down. Boom. Excellent. That was the first contingency. Back again. Reset. Looking great, you guys. Elbow coming over the head. Right elbow over the head. Right elbow over the head. Trap his head. Right elbow. Yes. Left hand. Block the hip. Great. Blocking the hip on the near side. Now walk away from his legs. Good. Now use your chin. Scoop the elbow and dig your hand inside. Frame on the biceps. Get that frame in there. But they're not responding. They're not responding. You're framing their right arm, but they're not doing anything. Left hand. Cross over. Throw the hips into it. And drive your weight on it and pin it to the mat. Now hand it off, your weight's still on it. Go under the elbow, grab your own wrist. Right hand grabbing their wrist, left hand grabbing my own wrist. Double wrist grab. So at this point, get ready for the Americana, trying to squeeze, it's not working. Go to your knees, here it comes. They're gonna throw the hand way up north, around the world. When they do, I want you to smash it into the ground and use your head. And go north, smash it with your head, put your left foot up. Put your left foot up for driving your weight on it. Now put your right foot up as you shoot your left leg to the back of the head. Nice. Switch the legs. Nice. And now start to sit up. Walk your foot up. Walk your foot up. Walk the foot up. Get ready to invert that foot. And at that point, you still have the arm. Lean to the south and let that leg go. Beautiful. Hug the arm. Big slap. Dope, you guys. Excellent. Questions from the room? Questions from the Zoom? Let Tracy know if you guys have any questions. Okay, throw them in there. Yes, Courtney.
What if you can't jam your hand in between?
That little entry.
Yeah.
You can't get your hand from the chin opening?
The chin strap.
Once you pull the chin up, then their form, the bicep is
Tight.
Yeah.
So you guys, Courtney has a great question here regarding the difficulty. Slide a little north. The difficulty of hand insertion here, right? Because especially grab your own wrist. Yes. Boom. So even with your chin, this can be difficult, you guys. This can be difficult. Don't let me get in that. Take it tighter, tighter, tighter. Got it. Got him. Because what happens is this, you can only have one hand beneath the other. You can't have both under. Because if you have, you can only hide one wrist. You try to, how do you hide both? Who's gonna protect who? Whichever one's protecting is tucked. Whichever one is the top protector is exposed because there's a gap right there. Nature, look at this, nature gap. So if I'm on this side of the north-south and I'm having trouble, and by the way, if of his two arms, which one does he expect me to attack more? If I'm right here, he expects this one because my hands can access it more easily. So what I'll do is if I can't attack the opposite arm, I'll take my chin, instead of doing this, which he's resisting too strong, and I'll do this. Look, this one right here, I do this. When I do that, I put my hand here so I can get right under. Once I'm in, I frame this side of the belt, drive this elbow. Look at the scoop. There's my scoop. Boom. Because he turned a little bit. If I feel heat on, when I start to frame this arm, if I feel him have any level of protection for this guy and like try to go with him, look at that, he's already exposed. This is already a little more elevated than he wants it to be. Now do it fully to the ground. He can't keep his grip and do that. Now it's one or the other. So, now the question is, throughout all this, am I not disconnecting too much from him, right? Because normally you're here with all your pressure, right? When you do this and you do this, aren't you a little loose? Yes, you are a little disconnected. But what you have to understand is that his legs are very far from being a threat to me in this position. So when I retract my weight a little bit, right, he has a lot of work to like bump your hips really hard, push me off, go. Go, 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 go. I'm just gonna hold on, I'm gonna do this.
Well, and also,
I'm gonna tripod, I'm gonna embrace the hips. He's not gonna get me into guard because my head's gonna block his stomach.
well, and somebody who holds their hands like this is not a, I'm trying to get out of here posture. This is a, you're not gonna catch me posture.
Right.
Now, if they're in a, I'm trying to get out of here,
Then they're very
then it makes life, you don't even need all these chin pries.
Couple questions. One from Brooks. Do we need to switch the grips so our north hand is controlling their wrist on the around the world?
Lay down, please. So on this one, go, great. I think the question is this. So when we do this leapfrog, our north hand's grabbing the wrist, our south hand is doing this. When we do the Americana that comes around the world, it's our south hand grabbing the wrist and the north hand is coming through. These are fundamentally different grips, right? And this one is fundamentally stronger because I'm in the bottom, hooking to the top. It's really powerful. This one, I can't say the same thing about the power of this one. However, because the question then becomes, is it safer? Let's say he had the Americana, he goes big bump north, I do my head heavy, I drive my knee, I do this. At this point, it's a speed game more than a control game. So the technique went from control focus to speed focus, and the value of switching to a north control grip is not greater than the value of the speed of keeping the grip the same during the transition. But that's a good question. The grip is different.
And remember, hold it from the traditional one right here. The greatest value.
This is control. This is not speed. This one's control.
And the greatest value of this, when he stepped over my head, we talked about it briefly yesterday, is that right now, if I try to do a back roll over if he held the other way, change your grip. I can do this, and he can't stop me. But if he holds the other way, he puts my hand in the pocket, and now it torques my shoulder. But on the one from the Americana, the leg's already over the body much faster.
This leg's already over.
Correct.
It started over. Do you guys understand? There's a Kimura benefit to the north grip, whereas the south control grip here doesn't have that same Kimura, but you don't need a Kimura when your leg's already over the body, unlike...
Because I'm not gonna roll backwards.
Whereas the leapfrog, you land like this, there's a very real chance of a roll, but the Kimura can help deter him from rolling. That's why that grip is also so useful then. Next question.
Any detail or tips on bringing the knee across the body when countering the bridge version?
Yeah, so Bob is asking, any details on bringing the knee across the body? Lay down, please, Americana transition. So go. Okay, so go from here, come under, lock it up. He does a big, big bridge. Go, big bridge, hips, hips, hips. Keep your hips up. Bob, it's very easy, hips higher, to post on this foot and just slide right over. It's actually much easier than you think to just cross over because your hips are so high, your knee just goes right over. There's nothing special about it. You have great high hips and balance points, so you're good to go. Go approach and go up.
Let's do it again.
Cool.
Let's do this right here. This is the basics.
Let's do it. Oh yeah. Okay. Side's the head on. Head is on the left. Let's go back to the original side. Head on the left. And let's do it a little bit crisp, a little bit faster, you guys. A little smoother. Try to visualize a little more and understanding those details. And then for the actual Americana that Bob just asked about, when we go north, boom, hips very high. Just understand that your knee's coming over and goes right here, invert, and then goes to spin. Okay, left elbow over the head. 1, block the hip. 2, walk to the north. 3, chin scoop. Come on in, try to drive it out. Let's say he's too tight. Look, look, look. Let's say the chin's not working. Look, I'm trying. I can't get this hand in. So instead, come to the near side wrist. Look, use your chin and pull it this way. Get your right hand inside the frame. And now frame his right arm to the ground. Everyone, frame on the right. Boom. And now when you frame on the right, let's try the original. He turns a little. Everybody scoop the elbow with your left hand and throw your hips into it. 1. Nice. Lock the double wrist grab. Monkey, monkey. Grip, grip. Beautiful. From here, left knee to the body, right leg over the head. 1, 2. And sit fast. Get those hips out of the way. Boom. Nice. And the knee comes up, retract, shoot over, and go. That was good. Nice. Let's come again. Everybody again. We're going to do the secondary version there. Elbow over. 1. Block the hip. 2. Walk to the north. 3. Try the chin over there. It doesn't work. Try the chin on the near side. It does work. So I scoop on the inside wrist. I frame. I drive it to the ground. This time he doesn't turn. I can't scoop his elbow, so get ready. We're gonna grab his wrist and throw your hips. 1, bring the hips, guys. Pin that wrist to the ground. Now switch off the wrist for the Americana. Boom, boom. And now everyone's got the Americana. Go to your knees. Get ready for the squeeze. It's not working. He's gonna take his hand and throw it to the right, way up high over his head. As he goes north, drive it fast. Go. 1, on your both toes. Left knee, shoot over into your elbow. 1, all the way up. A nice post up. Good, and your right leg stays posted. Walk your right foot up. Walk the dog. Walk the dog. Invert it and sit on your hip. Nice hips, you guys. Open those hips. Now lean to your right, swing to the left. Boom. Excellent. Very good.
How about the counter again?
Yeah, they're framed. We should. Yeah, it's a good point.
So we talked about the counter yesterday also. We can discuss it again. Anytime somebody has this control, whether you achieve this after the walk around or not, right? Because he might have been on this side. He walked around my head. He pinned this arm. I responded. He scooped my elbow. He wants my hand close to the ground. If my hand is up a little bit, it allows me to frame my own wrist right here. And now using my feet, I bring my hips out this way. I turn my hips and then I pull down. I've never met somebody who can stop my pull because it's too much structure and it hurts his wrist.
Especially as you turn, you don't do the turn. Straighten both your arms as you push. Turn and pull, push, push. But that hurt, it hurts like it folds everything back. So you're turning and you're extending and you're pulling. Counterintuitive, but very effective.
Now sometimes the hand is a little lower and I cannot simply frame my own wrist. So then I kind of load my own arm on my own chest. And now using my hips, I lift my hips and then I place my frame inside. Keeping more weight on me, it doesn't matter. My feet are down, my hips lift, and I turn, and I pull it down. So everybody will be on your backs, on your right side.
Everybody's down.
On our right side and our backs. Our left arm is caught. They're holding our left fist and they're holding their own wrist. And put your left fist on the ground. Your left fist is being, actually if your left fist is not on the ground, hold it back up again. Hold it up. Your right fist, just frame it like this, underneath. And now using your feet on the ground, I swing my hips out to my right. And now my shoulders move. And now my left elbow, boom, pull it to the floor. There you go. So it completely breaks their grip. Now this time, they have my left arm, but now my left fist is on the ground. With the left fist on the ground, I kind of bring, it's already naturally going to be there, but if it's not, load it onto your body a little more. They have my left arm. Using your feet on the ground, I kind of square up a little bit, I raise my hips up, and now my right bottom arm comes under my wrist again. Drop your hips down. So everything is to hold up the arm that they are controlling with my bottom fist. And now using my feet, my hips turn, shoulders turn, elbow to the ground. Right, this is a little counterintuitive because when somebody has your arm, you usually want it very close to your body, but not in this case. We're on our right side. Do a little bump, lift it up, push your arm up. Push everything up. The bottom right arm is holding your exposed arm higher. Now using your feet, my hips swing out away from the person. They're over here. My hips go away. Shoulders, and then elbow to the ground. Here you go.
Other side.
Other side. So now my right arm is caught. My right arm is caught, and they're pinning it to the ground. We're on our left side. Everyone's laying on their left side. Right arm is pinned. Pull it in close to your chest. Now using your feet, we're going to raise our hips up and use the bottom arm to hold it up, to frame it up. Now using your feet, I hip away, shoulder, right elbow to the ground. Boom. It's a double. It's a hip, shoulder, whatever you have to do. It could be 2 scoots, no problem to create the angle to pull your elbow to the floor. Again, we're on our left side. Everyone's on their left side. Your right fist on the ground, kind of near your body. Using your feet on the ground, raise your hips up so that you can bring your left frame under your own wrist. Left frame under your own wrist. Using your feet on the ground, hip, shoulder, right elbow to the ground. Gone. Okay. But yeah, this is very discouraging. This, as I explained, it's very discouraging when someone does this defense. I've been here, you know, with a few people, have had me here, and then I do this, and go ahead and turn the grip, and then they never again.
I see.
Because once you know this, I can't.
Pretty bad news for
right?
you.
It makes me not even want to, I just want to stay here now.
He'll do whatever else.
Because not only do you break free, but it feels almost as if my wrist was in some kind of serious danger. You almost hurt me a little bit.
Yeah,
so it's very dangerous. I personally don't do this arm lock as much because of my understanding of the defense.
But nobody does the defense.
Even though most people won't defend like this, I kind of shied away from it because of myself. But now I'm back. Yes.
Question.
So when you bring the other hand under, right, you're basically exposing the arm to get caught.
Is
there a split second where you might be
Good question. If you hold this.
the guy's really fast?
It's a very good, his question is, when you do this, are you exposing your arm when you turn?
Right.
And the answer is yes and no. And the reason why the answer is no is because, well, the answer is yes, is because if I'm perfectly positioned to step, kick my foot out and sit right as you do that, then maybe. But most people in this position, when they get the arm, right now my focus is to control. Once he places his frame in place, my focus is control more.
To keep me from activating, yeah.
So the moment he turns his hip, right? It's almost like the window is before you move your hips.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Window
If I do
before.
this, you're in trouble.
Done.
I'm gonna break your wrist right now.
And you should not make the frame, until you're ready to move your hips.
Boom.
Do you see that?
Because yeah, I see what you're saying. Because if I make the frame, hold on.
if you make the
If I
frame
do this and I chill,
wait
he
9
can
seconds, then I'm gonna go.
So the answer is yes. There's a window where you're very exposed before you're very safe.
Well,
but as long as you put this and do this,
then there's no window.
There's no window.
So he's not. So there is no window.
A little one.
There is no window. There's no window. If you frame and go, move your hips, there's no window. If you frame and chill, there's a window. If you frame and chill, it's not the move. I love it.
Any questions from Zoom room? Yes.
If they're tight with the, Paul asked if they're
Let's
tight
all
with
do
the hands
this.
to chest, should you just wait and
Go on your knees.
before you move since you have
Go on your knees. Throw your weight.
Yes, Paul. If if their hands are really tight, you can wait.
Go up on your knees again.
I don't want to wait.
And now throw your left.
I just want to do this move. So this is how you would force it. But the answer is yes. You can always wait, you guys. You can always wait and not do it. Next question.
When you have him on his side with the double wrist grab, is there a wrist lock there?
And now
Not for me, Nathan, against him, but the wrist lock is for him against me. If he does the correct defense, it compromises my wrist. The figure four kind of grip, a Kimura grip on the arm is great until someone busts the other way, the way we show with this frame, and it can actually hurt your wrist.
Holly and Jeff both asked, what lesson is this under BBS that you reviewed?
The leapfrog armbar is, it's in there, BBS 2 or 3, I don't know. It's in side mount attacks, it's in there, under a whole arm attack sequence, but you guys gotta find it and then let me know.
Sam asked, are you opening yourself up for a choke for having your arms so far up, or crushing
drill right
by
there,
having
guys.
your arms so far up, not
That's the drill.
far?
You have a question?
The answer is yes. If you're on your side and you're turned away and your elbows are like this, you are chokeable. Yes, your neck is wrappable. But the presumption here is that the attacker's going for our arm, so we're defending the arm lock. We're gonna do more defenses for mini submissions next week, since we're in submission attacks this week. Next week is submission counters.
Okay.
Faraz asked, does that defense only work when both knees behind partner's back?
No, that if they're sprawled out for Oz, I can still do this move. Can you
Good question for all of them. If the person has the arm like this, and
I'm
the person sprawled out, all your weight on me.
I'm sprawled. Does the move still
do
work?
A little bump, I hold it. Feet, look, here.
Oh, it's so good.
Matter of fact, if he's sprawled, he's even less likely to do what was asked, which is to take the arm, because you can't go for the arm lock
From the sprawl.
from
You
a
gotta
full
be kneeling.
sprawl.
Yeah, you gotta bring your knee in. Remember that setup step with the knee? You have to bring it in.
Now, if you notice, it was like boom, 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 hip, shoulder, hip, shoulder, hip, shoulder. It might take a few more bumps and a few more scoots, but there's no hurry because your arms aren't in danger and they can't spin and you have a good frame, so you'll make it happen. Good?
Excellent. Hidon, take us through a visualization. You guys follow Hidon's lead right here. Close your eyes.
Okay. You, on the bottom of the guard, you get your guard passed. You end up in the bottom of side control. You have your elbows tucked in. Everything is very tucked in, safe. Hands kind of by your neck. You feel good. The person on top throws their elbow over your head. They begin to walk around, walk around, try to isolate your arm, but they can't. So they use their chin and they scoop up your wrist and they bring their left hand through and they pry your arm to the ground. You overreact to that and you reach to grab the arm that's being pinned to the ground. So now they scoop underneath your other arm, double wrist grab. And they've got you in this final you know, arm lock setup position. They have chest pressure on you, double wrist grab, and they're holding you in place. And your first thought is, oh no, they have my arm. But then you realize that the grip that they have is actually very weak if you incorporate a frame in your whole body. So you do a little bump, you place a frame in position on your own wrist, and then you hip, shoulder, hip, shoulder, hip, shoulder, and you rip your elbow to the ground. And then when you look the person in the eye, they look traumatized. They're like crushed, and there's almost a tear beginning to form because they were so close to submitting you, but yet you escaped so violently and it hurt their wrist a little bit. And then you just grab them and you lay them back down and you show them that even though their attack was amazing and how they used their chin to pin an arm to the ground, to fake you out, everything was beautiful. Their attack was great, great strategy. They came to the right class at the right time. That your defense is just something that can't be messed with. And you teach it to them so that they walk away with a smile. Open your eyes.
Beautiful.
That kind of stuff happens, you guys. People invest time into learning things. Like karate, for example, or other arts. They invest 19 years. And then you show up and they get in the fight and they get beat up. Or they roll with a friend and they know nothing. And then they literally feel like, ah. So the same goes for a submission. Someone has a favorite submission and they've been doing it for 6 months, a year, 3 years, and then you have a simple defense and you stop their submission. Their whole world is crushed. So show them the defense and care for them in that difficult moment. And just because you defended their submission, because there are many submissions that you love that I have stopped. Mm-hmm. So how do you feel about those submissions? Do you hate them now or do you still love them?
In the moment, I hate them, but the next day, I forgive them. You feel me? It's one of those love-hate.
So there's a very quick...
It's easy to dismiss a submission when it doesn't work on a masterful defender. So if someone knows this defense, this move sucks. But I'm telling you, a lot of people don't frame out of this figure 4 arm lock control. The move is really good that we saw today, but I think it only is made better by your knowledge of its one weakness, really, right? And that's kind of one way to look at it. When you learn the one defense or weakness to a technique, you can say, okay, unless my opponent does that, I'm gonna catch him.
But we all want the submission that doesn't have the, unless my opponent does that detail.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen it?
No.
You don't have one?
What submission is that?
I'm saying, I would imagine you have one.
There is no submission, you guys. There is no one weakness or opening for an escape.
They don't want to hear that. They want to think that you have one that is just unescapable.
Well, there is that one.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah,
so there's one. We'll get it to you guys one day.
Courtney knows. Like, there's that one, but you know what I'm saying? Like we got.
No hurry.
You guys got to work for that. We'll show you guys that next week. All right. Thank you guys. Excellent class today. Excellent work tonight. We have Women Empowered at 6 and then Fit Jitsu at 7 if you want to work out. Whether you want to come in here and do it with us in live or you want to do it from home on the Zoom, we're going to get down tonight. And then tomorrow, Master Cycle, the usual. We're back on track. Thank you guys. Great work in here. We'll see you guys next time. Good job.